Hey everyone, it is Shannon, and I am going to share the system that I'm currently using for what I decide to watch on Netflix. This is particular to movies. I don't know about you, but often when I'm sitting down to watch a movie on Netflix, I feel like I end up looking through and scrolling through all the different options and not choosing something, and just time keeps ticking on. And all of a sudden, I was like, I realized, okay, I thought I had enough time for a 2 hour movie. Now I only have time for a movie that's like an hour and a half. And then like other times it gets less and less and less. And then after like thinking about that, I realized that for me, I'm not super a mood watcher, but the amount of time a film is, like how long something is going to take, is I think the key factor for me. Knowing how long it's going to be, if I can fit in more than one movie, those are the things that really make a difference when I'm making a decision. But also, I realized I wasn't making any decisions. So what I did was I split up all of the movies that I'm watching on Netflix. I wrote them out and realized and grouped them into category by time. And I actually created a little legend of things that are an hour and a half and less, an hour 45 and less, 2 hours or less, and then 2.5 or less or over 2.5. There's not many of those, and I don't think I don't know if I'll ever end up watching those. But all of the other ones, an hour and a half less, an hour and 45 or less, 2 hours or less, I wrote out the titles and I put them on little pieces of paper and I put them into coffee cans. So I have all of these little coffee cans, and this one's the fullest, 1 hour and 45 minutes, and it's like totally full. So I've been doing this for a little while. Whenever I want to watch a movie, I take a look at the clock, I think about how much time I have, and think, okay, which of these three timelines, like how much time do I have, which jar am I going to pull from? And so I'm going to do that right now because I feel like I definitely have not 2 hours, but a little less than 2 hours. So I'm going to pick from the 1 hour and 45-minute jar, and I'm gonna try and not pick right from oh, there it is. I can feel the one that wants to get picked. And so this will be the movie that I'm watching. What does that say? Bootmen. I have no idea what that is. I have to look it up. Try that. Hopefully it's still on Netflix. If not, I'll be picking something else. Bootmen. I do not remember this title like at all. Bootmen. It's there. Looks like a bunch of people in washrooms. It's a romantic comedy. Two brothers in blue collar New South Wales, Australia, Sean and Mitchell, work at a steel mill. Both want to leave, but they don't agree on how to get out. And then it keeps on going. Okay, so I'm apparently watching an Australian romantic comedy from 2000. I will. That's what it's got. Sam Worthington in it, so I know at least one person. Where is he? Wow, he's young in this one. Okay, so there we go. I have my cup of tea. I have my movie, Bootmen, and there you go. That is how I've been deciding how to watch movies, and I might try and do some like double bills or just like, randomly pick something and then come back and tell you my thoughts. If I enjoy Bootmen, maybe I'll be back in 2 seconds and tell you what I think of it. So there you go. Let me know how you decide how to watch stuff on Netflix, or do you just know? Can you do that, or did you have the issue where I have, where you're just scrolling? All of a sudden you're done dinner. You're done dinner and still haven't picked something. I picked something in less than 3 minutes. All right, Bootman it is. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, it is Shannon, and I finished watching Bootman, and it's really kind of funny because this is totally a movie that I would watch if I had known what it was about. The description does not really let on to what it's about, although there is this part where it gets cut off. It says Sean wants to be, and then it gets cut off. But this is a dance movie. This is a dance movie, 100%, or at least 80%, because it does follow two brothers in New South Wales, and one is a great dancer. They both dance, but one's a great dancer and kind of wants to pursue that. Kind of, I don't know. It's kind of haphazard, and the other brother is not really that interested in that. So, and they both work in the steelworks. So. I can't believe it's a dance movie. It follows a lot of the standard dance movie tropes, and I watch a lot of dance movies, so I can see them coming from a mile away. But it was also a little more serious than I was expecting in certain points, and it is a bit more of a drama than a romantic comedy, and it's sort of billed as a romantic comedy. There was what was the one thing I really wanted to say about it? Oh, there was something. Oh, like it. So The story is kind of crazy. It's kind of like watching an entire year of a soap opera in an hour and a half. Like it's really kind of choppy and things move very quickly. There's very little development. It's just like on to the next thing and then big change and on to the next thing and then big change. And sometimes those are serious and sometimes those are funny and mostly they're serious, but it's mostly treated lightheartedly in a weird way. And then, of course, there's always this coming across people who don't take dance or the arts seriously, which I actually really find surprising. I know it's a trope in dance movies and other movies about arts, but I just, as someone who's loved and been a part of the arts my whole life, I've never had that conflict myself. Someone not taking the arts seriously, and maybe that's because it's been a part of my life and my family. We're all in the arts pretty much. So anyway, but yeah, and some of the dancing was really, really great. Like a lot of dance movies, some of the really great dancers don't talk that much in particular, but some do. And then the main character does both. And some of the people that talk a lot don't dance a lot. So, and I think that's kind of how a lot of dance movies work. And two of the guys that were dancers that were really good, there was one really, really tall guy, and with either red or light hair, it was hard to tell, but he was fantastic. And then there was another guy that I think he was supposed to be a plumber. He was usually wearing overalls. Fabulous, so smooth. His dancing was so smooth, and that was great. So there are a couple of things that I think now, some like this is from 2000, which is 17 years ago. Oh my gosh, that I think now some people might be like, oh, that's not really appropriate. So just fair warning, just a few things. But it's amazing to see how much things have changed because I was like, wow, I don't think you would see that in a movie these days. But only a couple. And overall, I thought it was a lot of fun, and it was a really great choice. And what a great way to start out my like sharing these like random picks because I enjoyed it and I will give it a thumbs up, although I'm really not loving this thumbs up thumbs down thing on Netflix. I think the star rating is much better because you know what do you do about a movie that's 3 stars? You know, what do you do when that happens? Like, I'm gonna give this a thumbs up because one, it'll probably get me more dance movies recommended to me and more Australian movies recommended to me, so that's a win. But if it's something that you're kind of so-so on, I'd end up just sort of like not rating it, so weird. Anyway, have you watched Bootman? What do you think about the rating system? Do you randomly pick movies like I do? I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, thanks for watching.